Hello everyone, it's Stray Faye here with another episode of Olympia Soiree. We're barely into Himuka's route, we're on chapter 2 right now. We had a short chapter, our first chapter. Got to know a little bit about him. That kind of stuff we already knew, his job as Undertaker. Got to learn more about his personality quirks. He's very shy, apparently, or doesn't like to interact with others, often just does his job and runs away. And he's very awkward around Byakuya as well, but he does like to follow her and stare at her, I guess, from corners, which makes you wonder if, has he been around? How often has he been staring at Byakuya? But yeah, there's little promises of getting to know him a little bit better. Maybe we'll go out and have some bathhouse snacks with him. And we also had some interaction with Asaha as well, which is probably why Hairi is here. So, let us begin this next chapter. The Precious Maiden. Hey. Oh, Hairi! Don't Hairi me. You don't even know me. There he goes again. You're the one who said hi to me. Don't yell at me. Hairi? I know we can't be friends right away, but can we try to get to know each other? Hell no. It was straightforward and simple. You didn't even spend a second thinking about it. Well, why are we talking to him? Did we just like bump into him? Is he selling some like newspapers or some fortune cookies? But I'm not the type to back down so easily. Hairi? Yes, I live on the surface in Doma's Manor, and no, I'm not from Yomi. But I don't think our differences need to get in the way of becoming friends. I want you to stop talking to Asaha. Okay, this is what it's about. I give a small sigh. He's so stubborn. Hairi, I know you're worried about Asaha, but do you really get to say that? It's Asaha's choice, right? I mean, we're being nice to him. I would understand if we're, like, being mean or exploiting him, but, like, we just want the best for him. Asaha is free to choose the people he wants to become friends with. You really are stupid, aren't you? Or should I say thoughtless? For your information, no matter how friendly you act with Asaha, there's no way he's gonna get to the surface. I mean, it still happened, right? In Yosuke's route. And it was probably because of his relationship with Byakuya that he took precedent, that he got to go up first. If he becomes friends with you, he's gonna want to go up, but he can't. Not a chance. So you don't want to give him false hope. It's gonna be your fault when Asaha feels bad about it. Don't tell me you didn't even think about something as simple as that. I couldn't immediately respond. Asaha would feel bad. I guess he's right. That face. You finally see how arrogant you were, huh? This is why I hate all you high and mighty surface dwellers. I mean, if we don't get to know you guys, then like we can't really help, can we? Then things just stay the same. I would be the one at fault if Asaha felt bad. No, but Hairi's words dug deep into my heart. He's like, we gotta get to know each other better though. or else things will just stagnate and stay the same. So deep that I couldn't think straight. Got that? Don't you ever speak to Asaha again. I can't promise that. You don't get to make that choice. I can't promise that. He clicked his tongue loudly. You understand what I said, don't you? Of course I do. But giving Asaha the cold shoulder out of the blue will only make him feel worse. He'd think I was just another person from the surface toying with him. Did you think about it that way? So I'm gonna continue talking to Asaha, and I will continue being his friend. Just die. Turning on his heel, Hairi began to walk away. Alright, well, negotiations have broken down. Hairi, that's a horrible thing to say. Don't you ever tell someone to die like that. Yeah, okay. Real mature buddy. Die, 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 die. What? Hairi quickly ran away, all the while shouting that horrible word. He's a tough little kid, isn't he? I gave a huge sigh and headed for Kunado. Oh, I'll have to break his walls down slowly, I guess. One letter to the Yellow and one to the Otsu district. I tucked the letters into my bags, suddenly remembering the conversation from before. If he becomes friends with you, he's gonna want to go up, but he can't. Not a chance. It's gonna be your fault when Asaha feels bad about it. Don't tell me you didn't even think about something as simple as that. I want to stay friends with Asaha. I'm absolutely sure of that. But I don't want him to feel bad either. I gazed at the bathhouse, then glanced for a moment around Yomi. I've just started to talk to the people here. I still have my delivery service to take care of. Thinking about what Hairi said was making me feel worse by the minute. Just as I was about to let out another huge sigh. Who's this? Good morning, Lady Olympia. Seems like a very chipper greeting. I turned around at the loud and lively voice and saw a young man with red hair in front of me. Red hair? Who is this? Shoujo! Have we met a Shoujo before? My name is Shoujo, formerly of the Red. Could you please deliver this letter for me? Wait, is he part of Kaina's group of friends? I remember them kind of being like a triad. They had like Aohiko, of the blue, and then those kind of the yellow, and there was another friend of the red. Huh? Oh, yes, of course! He approached me so suddenly that I was still somewhat taken aback. I noticed he had the same mark on his cheek as Kaina did. I'll take good care of it. If the recipient refuses to accept it, you can just throw it away. What? Isn't this important? I'm sure I'm dead to him already. Well then, if you please, good luck. What a cheerful guy. I think we met his dad before, right? I think his dad's name started with a T. We'll probably meet him again. The mark on his cheek looked relatively new. I try not to dwell on what he could have done to be sent here. I think he punched a guy, right? He got into an argument and punched a guy. My job is to deliver these letters, not to delve into the sender's private life. Don't let it bother you. It's none of your business. I put the letter inside my bag and made my way to the surface. To the Kotowari. I have one letter each to the Red, Yellow, and Otsu today. Could you please check them? Yeah, the Red is from Shoujo. You know him. He is very lively, isn't he? I knew I should mind my own business, but I couldn't stop my curiosity from getting the better of me. Do you know him? Well, not well enough to be friends, but he was an acquaintance. He said to throw the letter away if the recipient chose not to accept it. He would say that. If Tanji does not accept the letter, please return it to me. Okay, alright, Tanji. Yeah, I think last time we had Jigen, like, kind of strong arm him to, like, accepting it, right? Or do we not want to use Jigen? Anyway, we can use Akaza to strong arm him instead. Do they not get along? He is Tanji's son. Jojo was sent to Yomi as punishment for striking a man from the blue. I see. Tanji made a point to declare that his foolish son should have been executed for marring the name of the Red. Huh? Well, in actuality, he is very worried about him. to the point of secretly inquiring about how Shoujo is doing. But you wouldn't. Why would you be like, oh, I'm actually worried, but I also. Okay. Like, don't even like try to uphold like that kind of execution. Thank goodness. Lord Jigen mentioned that he wanted to see you. Please take your time in the Red District if you are able. I'd be very happy to speak with him. There's one other thing I wish to ask. Are you feeling low in spirits today? I assume there is something other than shoujo on your mind. Huh? Okay, being kind of prying into our life here. He spoke so nonchalantly as he folded the letter back to the envelope. You are clearly wilted from head to toe. I feel the same as always. You shouldn't talk about people like they're flowers, you know. You are as easy to understand as a flower. When there is something amiss, you hang down just as a flower would without water. To be honest, I didn't have it in me to fight back. But he was director of the Kodawari, so maybe I could talk to him about what was on my mind. You know a child in Yomi named Asaha? Ah, Koroba's little brother. The way he said it was so cute that it lifted my spirits a bit. Since Asaha lives in Yomi, he can't come up to the surface. So, would it be cruel of me to befriend him, knowing someday he might become interested in the surface? Why don't we go for a short walk outside before your deliveries? Just for a change of pace. Okay, we're actually like hanging out with Akaza a bit. Oh, alright, we walked very far outside. He took me to a place right under the Ama no Mirashira. As usual, far above us were workers silently building upon the pillars with new show. I heard that Koroba became close to Asaha as a result of treating his injuries. Asaha is now aspiring to become a doctor himself. Huh? I heard from Yosoga. It seems Asaha wishes to keep it secret. So naturally, everyone around him knows. Oh, the worst kept secret. I mean, he has to have someone teach him, right? I couldn't help but break into a smile. Just imagining Asaha becoming a doctor made me want to pat him on the head. You don't think that is cruel, do you? I finally understood why he brought me here. He simply wanted to cheer me up. Asaha has the freedom to dream, and should have the freedom to make his dream come true. And we are doing our best to make that dream a reality. It's our responsibility, don't you think? Yes, absolutely. You're absolutely right. Some may mistake our concern for hypocrisy, as far as Yomi is concerned. I cannot deny that. But it is also true that we can afford to do more and be considerate of others. That said, I do not believe there is a single form of justice that will satisfy everyone. Akaza squinted his eyes, looking up at the sparkling show. In other words, I have decided to do what I want. Okay, yeah, it's like you can't please everybody, so you gotta, yeah. He's picking his own form of justice. The way he said it told me that he wasn't being sarcastic or giving up on the situation. My intuition is the only thing in this world that I can really trust. For being the Iron Mask, that's a wonderful thing to say. Have I ever mentioned that I hate this Ama no Mirashira? Akaza! This would be like, you're gonna, it's what was it? Not like heathenistic or yeah, someone might not take too kindly you saying that. Don't say it so loud. I quickly looked around us. I don't know if it was actually commissioned by Lord Hirako, but it's made only using primary and secondary show. This beautiful shrine gate is a monument to the island's blatant discrimination. He's right. I wonder if we're gonna like see this just collapse. I looked up at the shimmering gate and slowly remembered something from my childhood. I was able to see this from Tenyo Island. It shone so brightly day and night, so I asked Tsukiyomi what it was. He said it was the most beautiful shrine gate in the world. Is it so? It certainly is beautiful. But what you said is right. For better or worse, this is a symbol of Tenyo Island. I wonder if Lord Hiruko would be angry to hear me say that. Who knows? Thank you for cheering me up. I feel much better now. I kept saying I wanted to change things, but I ended up being so easily discouraged. I'm sorry. I was actually a little worried about that. I believe it is both your strength and your weakness. Really? Akaza showed a slight hesitation, which was unusual. You are inspired to act for the sake of others. I think that is very admirable, but it can also lead to greater vulnerability, as was the case with you and Asuha. I bit my lip a little. In any case, don't try to bear it all by yourself. Well, it helps that you can't hide anything. Well, excuse me. I should get back to my deliveries then. Good luck, and stay safe. Interesting conversation with Akaza. I guess maybe they'll probably give him some more dialogue lines, I'm guessing, because... I mean... Yeah, like, he's up next, right? He's next up as the batter. After Himuka, so... It's... Himuka, we're just kind of going in, like, kind of blind here. It's like, we have not interacted with him at all. Hello, Jigen. Oh. As I enter the Red District, I happen to encounter Lord Jigen and his Chamberlain. Good day, Lord Jigen. Are you perhaps delivering a letter? Yes, to a person by the name of Tanji. Allow me to accompany you. I dare say he might not accept it otherwise. Everyone's saying the same thing. I'll go and send for Tanji. Thank you. As his Chamberlain left, Lord Jigen began to speak. Olympia, your letter delivery service is wonderful indeed. But how is your search for a husband? Barely scratched the surface there. Well, about that, it's still fresh. It's been a few days. Give us some time. Do not make yourself uneasy. I am merely curious. I see. It has been a week since you left Doma's estate to explore the island. Have you met anyone of particular interest? I'm very sorry. To be honest, I've been neglecting my search. Haha, that is honest. I know what I need to do, but I can't seem to get myself to focus. In my opinion, there are a number of fine young men around you. Are there? Like not thinking of the other guy she met as love interest yet. Ha! This will not do. Oh, Lady Olympia, I'm truly sorry. I already forgot what voice I gave Tanji. Probably the same voice. An unfamiliar voice called my name. They look alike. A man with the same hair color and similar facial features to Shoujo stood in front of me. Can't believe my foolish son made you his messenger. I must apologize for his stupidity. Please use the letter as kindling for your hearth. Now, Tanji. I understand your frustration, but refusing this letter will only burden the young lady. Huh? At a loss for words, Tanji stared at me with confusion. Will you please accept this? Yes. His hand was gentle as he took the envelope, and I breathed a sigh of relief. Well, that was easy. It seems Shoujo is doing well in Yomi. Pathetic son! Can't believe you did that when he had the privilege of being born into the Red. Lord Jigen, you freed us from the curse of the Red, yet you repaid your grace by casting off your blessings. Lord Jigen did what? That is not so, Tanji. We all believe in Shoujo. Shoujo's place of residence may now be in Yomi, but I am certain he and his friends will forge a new path in the direction of victory. That is what we do as people of the Red. Indeed. Tanji looked again at the letter, then bowed deeply. Thank you very much, Lady Olympia. Once I've calmed myself, I'll write my reply. I'm sure Shoujo will be happy to read it. After a few more pleasantries, I excused myself. Oh, at least we made him take the letter quickly. Lord Jigen freed them from the curse of the Red. I've never heard that story before, not even from my teacher. I wonder who would know more about it. You returned from the Red District. Okay, Akaza. I was almost expecting Himuka to just be like watching from behind the lamppost or something. Tanji did use the word curse, but from the sound of it, it didn't seem that bad. It's alright if I ask him, right? Do you mind if I ask you something about the Red? What is it? I just spoke with Tanji and he mentioned that Lord Jigen freed them from the curse of the Red. If it isn't too much for me to ask as an outsider, I would really like to hear more about it. Oopsie. Got something stuck in my throat. There is no secret in particular, but the subject certainly is not one that anyone outside of the Red would discuss. The Red was cursed. That is part of the lore that everyone on the island has heard at least once. The story comes from the red soil of the land. Huh? The Red District is home to a substance known as cinnabar, which is toxic when ingested. And like, the Red were just cursed because they just happened to like live around it. It was there that Lord Jigen drifted as an outsider, and he's like, hey, this is poisonous. Stop that. With the wisdom of the land beyond the ocean, he taught the people how to turn cinnabar into dyes, medicine, and metal. And it brought enormous prosperity to the Red, which had been shunned before then, even as a primary color. I take it that is sufficient explanation as to why he is highly respected by the Red. What an incredible accomplishment! I assume this happened like a long time ago. They seem to infer that like Jigen and Doma are a lot older than they appear to be. It was indeed an incredible accomplishment. Yeah, now look at the Red. They have buildings everywhere and hospitals, and they're doing very well off. Lord Jigen is even more wonderful than I thought. We can now demystify past misfortunes using scientific evidence. But before that, we are rightfully seen as the harbingers of death. Yeah, that's usually what curses are. Like back in the day, it was just like an illness or something that like they couldn't identify, so they were blaming it on something else, on something more mystical. Like it could easily explain it away if it's like magic or something. I sense a hint of sarcasm in his voice. A cursed color that was once shunned was now prosperous. How fascinating. Now then, I need to get going. I have some business to attend at the military headquarters. I wonder if is this gonna come into play within Himuka's route? They're like, things not what they seem, or like, are we like inferring that is like gray, is being of the gray, a cursed color. But it's just gonna be like misunderstood. I mean, even though he's of the gray, he still can use the power of Batsu. So like it's not really exclusive to the blue, is it? Thank you, and good luck with your work. I bowed and watched him depart. After delivering my other letters, I arrived at the beach. Himuka is already here. Oh right, we had a date. We did set up a date. I carefully walked across the sand towards him when he suddenly turned my way. Himuka rushed to meet me halfway, blushing and seeming to be full of joy. I haven't seen you for like 30 minutes, dude. Good day. Good day to you too. Seem so happy. You brought your friend. You brought your girlfriend. Good day. He then stared at me without saying a word. Under the sunlight, he seems even more delicate. I mean, you got your skinny arms. You do look like a girl. Man, I was like making his thumbnail too, and I was like, dude, you have like a skirt and like thigh highs. like what? Like, you're kind of confusing me here. I looked at my own arm in comparison. Probably a man. No breast or butt. Alright, Kuroma, thank you for your assessment. Kuroma said he's a man, right? Right. But he's so slim. I bet even I have more muscle on my body than he does. Rather, it seemed as if he had no muscle at all. His arms and legs are so pale and thin that the jewelry he wore seemed too heavy for him. It almost felt like he would be burned up by the sunlight and disappear into air. It makes me seem like a little mystical there, huh? Like, don't disappear. Is there a problem? Oh, nothing. I was just comparing. I was just thinking about how twiggy you look. But don't worry, we don't think you're a girl because you don't have breasts or a butt. Is there something wrong with me? Not at all. I was thinking how white your skin is. Himuka then gazed at himself with a bewildered look on his face. How is he gonna feel when we're like, you're so pretty. You're so pretty, pretty man. Not a lot of guys like to be called pretty. Especially when they're trying to be manly. But you are just as white as I am. Really? I guess so. I heard my white blood prevents me from tanning. It is because white is the most beautiful color in this world. It was as though he was singing words of praise. He was so different from the last time I saw him. That's interesting that she can't tan. The sun, you'd think the sun wouldn't be good for her then if she wasn't able to tan. She has no protection from the UV rays. I fiddled with my cap to hide my embarrassment. Yeah, it's kind of ironic. Yeah, like, can't tan, no protection from UV rays. But worships the sun. Thank you for coming here today. I simply assumed you wouldn't come at all. Oh, we wouldn't stand you up. What do you mean by that? I would never break a promise. Yeah, unless something happened, like we got kidnapped or something. I'm sorry. I did not mean to speak ill of you. It's just, I deserve to be avoided. He didn't need to look down on himself so much. What was it that made him think this way? Himuka, didn't I tell you yesterday? You really don't need to apologize like this. Would he be comforted by my reassurance? Or maybe the words were too cruel. I just couldn't help but say what was on my mind. I am just very happy to talk to you. I have dreamed of talking to you for so long. Huh? Himuka was beaming, but something didn't feel right. Yeah, for how long? Himuka, are you saying that because I'm Olympia? Huh? Seeing him surprised was surprising me too. I'm sorry, but no. That's not why I said that. In fact, I rather dislike the name Olympia. It's not your true name, is it? Oh. How does he know that? Huh? That's right. He suddenly felt a lot closer to me now. And not exactly in a physical way. Himuka, have we met before? Huh? Suddenly, he felt a lot farther now. It was like a great distance between our souls. Okay, we're like, oh, we're getting closer. No, farther. Hot, cold, hot, cold. We have not met, nor have we spoken before. Not once. I see. He looks so lonely. I have seen you taking walks here before. I like searching for things too. Oh, really? You should have come talk to me then. Whenever I see you, I'm so embarrassed that I just hide. Hide. No, I made him cry. Huh? You are in front of me now. Why are we breaking down? It's only chapter 2. We went to the beach. What? Suddenly, tears began to fall from his eyes. Someone like me is standing in front of you and talking. Himuka, I got some emotional moment here. I couldn't understand what was happening. I was sure the confusion showed on my face. Make it look like we made him cry. But I couldn't escape. I was overwhelmed by how sad, childlike, and beautiful his tears were. We're gonna want to mother him. We're gonna be like, oh no, poor baby boy, come into my bosom. There. I'm sorry to cry suddenly, but please don't run. I am hideous and filthy, but I would never hurt you. Ever. So please, do not hate me. I am really, truly your ally. And I will not ever betray you. Even if this world is destroyed. What are you saying? Please, do not hate me. Please, do not run from me. He cowered as if he was afraid of something. Don't worry, I won't run from you. I took out my handkerchief and dried his tears. This is already comforting him. It's usually the opposite here. I'm sorry. Please stop crying. I am so sorry. So sudden. Sorry. I was only able to see you from afar. I knew if I approached you, I would only defile you with my presence. Defile? His work must really be taking a toll on him. I am so happy I can talk to you. No, that's not it. He hardly knows me at all, but he's talking to me like this. I couldn't describe the feeling of unease. Something didn't seem right. I know, he's like taking it way too personally. What? Please, do not hate me. But I couldn't blame him for that, seeing how apologetic he was towards me. Then, no more sneaking around me and stop being apologetic. We're friends now, right? You can come and talk to me all you want. And if I see you first, I'm gonna come over and talk to you. Deal? Himuka nodded repeatedly. Yeah, no hiding in the shadows, in the alleyways, being creepy and weird. And if you don't mind, let's chat casually from now on. Unless you really don't want to. But... yes. I'll stop if you want. There was something in his response that lingered after he said it. But I couldn't just turn my back on him now. With that behind us, we set to searching for things along the shore. Unfortunately, we found nothing of note, so we decided to return to Yomi so I could check on my letterbox. Hi, Carrier. Hey, did you hear? I heard some blue soldiers slept with a woman from Yomi. Huh? I can hear some workers having a conversation. Soldier? Wait, we're not thinking of Riku, are we? The only soldier from the blue that I knew was Riku. I mean, there's a lot of them in the military, okay? I couldn't help but listen closely. You're talking about that guy, Okijiku, right? I saw him come out of her house before. Oh no. Probably not consensually. It's someone different. Riku would not do that. I breathed a sigh of relief, knowing it wasn't him. Their disturbing conversation continued. He's a goner. You know, I never get how those guys do it even with execution over their heads. Oh, like Hazushi? I don't get it. Like, why do Hazushi, when they're actually, like, in love, they get axed, but if it's, like, they assaulted someone, it's like, oh, okay, not your fault. What? Like, you just wanted to get a baby out of it. What? It's like, this island is, it's hypocrisy. Well, I could find a good enough reason between her legs. Okay, Carrier, stop it. Those soldiers got everything going for them, but they're still dumb as rocks. Hey, the executioner is a guy from Yomi, right? Huh? That's the rumor. It's like cannibalism, huh? Like killing his own folks. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't be able to take killing people for a living. Me neither. I don't want to go near that guy. Is he the executioner? I mean, we know he deals with dead bodies, but does he deal with live bodies? Himuka, do you execute people? You're giving me the eye. Himuka? Something cold passed through his silvery eyes. Suddenly... Hey, she escaped! Oh no, we're gonna watch this. She's not getting away! We'll get her before the slope! Loud voices echoed from a nearby alley, and suddenly a woman came running out. Ah! Help me, Lady Olympia! Please help me! There she is! The soldiers quickly surrounded us. Her, to be exact. Mio of the Versi, you slept with Okijiku of the Blue! As I covered her... sorry. Drink some water. Come on, what if we had a contract? What about Yosoka's, like, contract system that he made? As I covered her behind me, she stuck her head out and shouted. What's wrong with me sleeping with him? I love him! Stupid woman! You should know that no man on the surface would take you seriously. The soldier chuckled and swiftly dragged her out from behind me. Ah! What are you doing? Unhand her! I pulled on his arm, but he quickly shook me off. Lady Olympia, not even you can interfere with this matter. This woman here has committed a serious crime. But... forgive us. The man started to drag her away. Let me go! Let me go! Stop! Don't take her! I was about to give chase, but the other soldiers stood in my way. Please let us handle this. We're soldiers, and it's our job to maintain order here. It is best that you stay away from places like these. We will escort you back to Lord Doma's manor. Don't you dare! I glared at them when suddenly... What? Huh? Two of the soldiers fell to the ground. Oh, Mio, you go! Idiots! You underestimated me because I'm a woman! She had pushed them both down with great force and quickly ran away. Is there anywhere for her to run? Why you? I nearly cheered. As she weaved through the crowds, her figure became more hidden until it disappeared. Yes, please escape. I stared where I was, looking around for any sign of her capture, but it seemed she had escaped. I looked around more. Huh? Where's Himuka? He was nowhere to be found. Like, dude, with all this ruckus around. That was so rude of me. I was so distracted by her that I completely forgot about him. Rude of you, rude of him. Like, he left you to the soldiers. I looked around the plaza, but I didn't see his silvery ashen hair anywhere. I should apologize the next time I see him. But for now, what is he, like a cat? Like some chaos is happening and just like poof, it's gone. Alright, are we going back to the manor? Some drama there. I'm not sure how I feel about Himuka. He's a little odd. Well, maybe when we get to know him better. Is anyone here? Oh, the third time today. I can see you are angry about something. Kuroba was with him in his office. Having them both here made things easier. I'm here to talk to the island's manager. I didn't come to get any letters checked, and I know I'm just being a bother, but I came because I had to talk about something, or rather, to ask for a favor. Oh, yet another challenge, you say? Go on. There was a woman from Yomi who was about to be arrested. She and a soldier from the Blue are apparently lovers. So... Kuroba gave a knowing sigh, while Akaza looked at me without any change in expression. But he was the one who said at Abyssero... To hell with the color classes. I gave myself a nudge to continue. I think it's wrong that someone would be executed just for falling in love. And yeah, not executed for, you know, assaulting a woman in Yomi. Or if they had that contract in order to, like, exchange baby. Is there any way we can save her? I know I just barged in here and asked you to do the impossible. But surely there must be something that can be done. Of course, if there's anything I could do myself, I'd be more than happy to help. Akaza looked outside the window. I wondered what he could be looking at. A Shanaton? Or maybe the Ama no Mirashira? I believe I spoke to you about my petitions. It is true that intercourse outside of the color tiers disrupts the system. But life is much more important than that, so I've been putting in as much effort as we can. But none of the petitions were approved. What? Is it Doma? Is he the one denying you? Seems like Elder Sister Shura of the Blue is the one so against it. So weird, like, she would be for so much grief, but I guess she's trying to protect the power of Batsu. But, I mean, we still have... It's ironic, because Riku was born as a bastard with the power of Batsu, and then we have Himuka with the power of Batsu. He's not even blue. The Blue's committed to preserving the power of Batsu, so they keep mating with their own. They never accept any Hazushi. I mean, and we have both Can we, like, the people who want the pedigree can keep the pedigree, and the people who want to just do it for love, can they just do it for love? Hazushi. A name referring to those who break the rules of the class system. How awful. But there's no time to waste. If she gets caught, then... I caught myself and suddenly came to my senses. I'm so sorry. It's not as if you two did anything wrong. I really like that about you. But this isn't like setting up your delivery service, you know? I see. I'm so sorry for bringing this up to you. I bow to them. For now, just pray that she somehow gets away safely. We'll prepare a petition for her in the meantime. Thank you very much. And I'm sorry for asking for so much. If you need my help with any petitions, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to write as many as needed. I bowed to them once more, then left the office. Okay. Oh, there's a shrine gate again. Need to topple this. We need to topple this shrine gate. If I ever mentioned that I hate this Amo no Mirashira. The shrine gate was built both day and night. A symbol of discrimination on this island. No matter how beautiful it looked. It's also hideous. After looking a while at its glittery brilliance, I turned to walk away back to the manor. Alright. Treasures. Next chapter. Not sure what direction this route is going in. We've barely interacted with Himuka. Are we gonna try to protect the Hazushi again? I mean, that had like kind of weak results. Maybe we'll get like a better outcome than we did in like Toki-sana's route. Alright, well, let's take a little break here. We'll find out what treasures are in for us in the next episode. I hope you guys are having a fun and relaxing time. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.